This is a Fortean Slip News special report. This is an update to the Norm Glasser. What are we calling that? The Bigfoot Hoax? What are we referring to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Works for me.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
You guys are on fire. Listen to you go.
Bam!
What is it? The Sugar Flats Road? The Sugar Flats hoax? No, because that would tell
No,
the
that's
story.
that was the
The Norm Glasser photo hoax.
yeah. I think it's Glacier, by the way.
I don't care. He doesn't
Or
deserve it.
something. Yeah, who cares?
Let's just fuck up his name all
Yeah.
the time.
But
So, but Matt has been doing some looking into a few things. Did you want to elaborate on that, Matt?
Yeah. Steve and I both have been digging further into the story, and we've uncovered quite a bit, and we plan on uncovering quite a bit more this coming Sunday. I will be releasing a write-up on bigfootcrossroads.com. Basically, I've traced the story back to its origin and have some very revealing things to expose.
The Forteans
Behind
will be
us.
releasing the comic book
Yes.
Norm Glasser Bigfoot Hoax Origins, in which Norm
Yes.
Glasser has claws that come out of his hands.
One thing that we've been able to determine for certain is this was a long, drawn-out, elaborate, purposeful hoax on his part. This was not just some random event that he rolled with through us. It involves a lot of people.
it was a very well rehearsed hoax. It was definitely, from what we've uncovered, deliberate. I mean, he did it on purpose. There was no mistaking that. It wasn't just, hey, I got this guy, Steve, and he believes my story, so I'm just going to go with this guy. There was a lot more to it than that. I mean, this was, a lot more widespread than I think people know.
Right.
So, than anybody knows, really. And I don't think we've even got everything yet, but we will.
We could have just stopped with the photo, but
Right.
this guy, while he's nobody in the Bigfoot community, he is a somebody in the paranormal community.
Well, let's say he was a
Was,
somebody.
yes.
Yes.
But he was involved in the paranormal community for a very long time. As far as I can tell, attended a lot of conferences, networked with a lot of people. So he's probably been pulling hoaxes for a really long time.
Right. He made a mistake this time, and the mistake was not necessarily talking to me, but allowing me to release this photo because he's not familiar with the Bigfoot community and what we do. And he didn't bank on the fact that we wouldn't just, not myself, because I kind of believe this story, but not everybody would. I mean, he knew that not everybody would, but I don't think he knew that it would go to the extent of finding out where he really got that photo.
Right. Nor do I think he had any idea how quickly we could get it in front of that many
Right.
people.
Right. Well, yeah, I don't think he knew. I mean, not that we have a huge sphere of influence, but because the Bigfoot community is not the largest community, it spread like wildfire immediately. So, and I don't think Norm banked on that fact. I think
People in the Bigfoot community are used to looking at pictures and scrutinizing them to no
Right.
end.
I don't care if it was a picture of a real Bigfoot, it would have been scrutinized to no end, right?
Absolutely.
Photo
I mean,
evidence.
They've been looking at the Patty film for, over 50 years.
Now, I don't know what it's like in the paranormal community. I'm not a paranormal investigator, but it's a lot larger community, and things, I think, can slip under the radar a lot easier there. And so I think Norm was banking on that fact. and he didn't realize that the Bigfoot community was a whole different animal. And I think now he's realizing that.
Well, we both saw, for instance, while he wasn't pushing it that direction, at least at one time, he did state the possibility of, do people think this could be the picture of a demon?
Right, he did.
So he was using this photo in the paranormal community.
Right. He originally released, well, not originally. First, I think it was on his Facebook and then his Twitter, or both at the same time, and then the HauntedSociety.com forums. And I've been told that the post was taken down, but I found it. It's still up.
Yeah.
So if you go to the Haunted Society forums and do a search for Norm Glasser, you will, or Glaser, or Dickhead. I mean, you can edit that out, Chris.
Or
you will still,
it.
you will still find that post. It is in there. You can read the original story, and he did say it was a Bigfoot or a demon. He didn't know what to call it, and so he was trying to target a larger audience, I think, by doing it that way. You know, I don't know what to call this thing. So the reason I believe this story is because he didn't know what to call the thing. You know, he wasn't necessarily pushing it as a Bigfoot, and it didn't fit the Bigfoot descriptions that we all know. So he, in my mind, well, you know, maybe he's right here. So I don't know. But apparently he was very well rehearsed and had done this to a lot of people. He told me himself that he showed it to Josh Gates. I mean, he was trying to get publicity right off the bat with this thing. So
yeah, and after I released that last newscast we did about it, I got a ton of people who had responded on the comments, not on the video itself, but in like the Facebook groups, that they had seen the photo like weeks prior, or like I don't know if anybody had said anything beyond that, but you know, and that it had caused quite a bit of ruckus when it had come out then. And a lot of these people were really interested to see what this thing really was.
Well, now they know.
Yeah.
So
now you know what it is. Now we're just trying to work on the actual why and how it came to be, and
right.
I don't think
I don't think we'd be good investigators if we didn't follow up with the story. Just because it was proven a hoax does not mean the investigation is over, right? And
well, obviously being involved in the Bigfoot community, we deal with hoaxers on a regular basis. And if nothing else, this is kind of educating for me personally on the whole process that he's gone through, how elaborate it actually is. I mean, it's a lot more detailed and, as you said, rehearsed than one would imagine. I guess I wouldn't make a very good hoaxer because I wouldn't put this kind of effort into something.
I don't think I could even come up with a story like he did, you know. I just don't think I could. It was so, well, to me, you know, it was convincing the way because he just didn't hesitate a lot, and he just seemed very matter of fact about everything, you know. And I just thought, this guy's not making this stuff up. How can you make this stuff up? You know, he's got an elaborate backstory. He's got a great story of how it was taken through the glass, you know, and the camera matched up and all that stuff. So, yeah, I mean, he spent a lot of time thinking about this, and he's probably had it written down. He's mentioned writing a book. He's probably already got that story written, and he's either convinced himself it's true, or he intentionally wanted to make this a hoax, and that is my guess.
So, Steve, have you decided if you're going to release the interview or not?
I'm still deciding on that. I am leaning towards releasing it as a learning tool. First of all, for myself, because I want critique on my interview skills. You know, did I lead the witness to answer questions in a certain way, or what did I miss here? And also, I want people to realize why I believe the guy, why I thought it could be true, because I want people to see how convincing he really was in this. So I'm leaning towards it. If I do, it'll probably be this weekend, but I'm not 100% sure yet.
Okay. And as another update on another story, the brown thermal footage, where was that taken at, Steve?
That was in, God, I can't think right now, Chris.
In Washington.
Right.
We don't know.
Grays Harbor. Grays Harbor, was it?
Yeah, Grays Harbor.
Okay.
Grays Harbor, Washington, I believe.
Phil Poling just went up there, I guess, to do some investigative work at the site, and he has returned. I know he plans on doing a breakdown on the area, the footage, the area. Has he released a breakdown already on it?
He kind of has. He's released some comparison videos, I believe.
Right.
On the thermal footage itself, but I think this is going to be a more in-depth analysis of his own personal investigation of the area.
So,
well, I for one am really interested to see what Phil has to say, because we jab at him a lot on the show, but I trust what the man says, and I'm interested to see the outcome.
Yeah, it should be interesting. It's definitely the thermal footage itself it's odd, to say the least about it. I've looked at it quite a bit myself, but so everybody should be looking for that. That should be coming out, I would assume, sometime in the near future. But stay tuned, listen in, find out. That's all I got.